How was a person's memory preserved by loved ones after death in the mid-19th century? One practice was through the making of posthumous portraits. Artists used their best imaginative skills to recreate those lost for those who remained. This practice may seem strange and morbid to us today. It might have been even more difficult for the artist if the departed was a beloved relative, a young child who had barely experienced life. Artist Shepard Alonzo Mount was present when his 8-month-old granddaughter, Camille Mount, daughter of Joshua Elliott Mount and Edna Searing Mount, died of an illness on March 2, 1868. Considering it to be one of his best paintings of a child, Shepard created a beautiful, accurate rendition of Camille, based on life drawings and his own recollections. He imbued it with numerous symbols of life, death, and innocence. While the painting provided comfort for those grieving for Camille's loss, it also was a reminder of a life not yet lived.
Gloomy imagery of tombstones and mourners, carefully stitched and painted onto delicate fabric, often decorated the homes of people in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. Mourning paintings, prints, and samplers were a way to honor loved ones who were lost by portraying a scene on the day that they were laid to rest. Unique to the individual, these works often contain the details from the epitaphs, such as name and dates of birth. In this sampler, artist Lucretia Carew depicts herself and her family mourning the loss of her sister and nephew. In memory of Mrs. Lucy Tillinghast, born July 11, 1783, died August 27, 1800, and of her son, Joseph Elisha, born August 23, 1800, and died September 6th. Early, bright, transient, chaste as morning dew, she sparkled, was exhaled, and went to heaven.
Coffin plates are decorative plaques nailed to the lid of a coffin and identify the body inside. William Edward Dobler was born in Manhattan in 1896 as one of 7 children of Anton and Antonetta Dobler. William graduated from Stuyvesant High School in Manhattan and became a mechanical engineer. In the 19-teens, the family moved to Sheepshead Bay in Brooklyn. During World War I, William served in Company B of the 2nd Battalion of the Chemical Weapons Service. After being discharged, he found a job in charge of air conditioning at a U.S. Navy ordnance plant in Baldwin that made star shells. An explosion at the factory on May 20, 1919, killed 1 man and sent 4 others, including Dobler, to Nassau Hospital in Mineola. Dobler died there of his injuries the next day, at age 22. His parents had him cremated at Fresh Pond Crematory in Queens, where this coffin plate was removed and saved as a memento of his short life.
Creepiness, just like beauty, it's in the eyes of the beholder. And so it is for these French women's milliner hat stands, or marottes, from the mid to late 1800s. 2 are made from paper mache, carved wood, and kid leather. Their hand-painted features, the pleated upper bodice of a dress, deep-set eyes, and pursed lips, are expertly, if somewhat cartoonishly, done. This wax mannequin head, however, with flesh tones, actual human hair, and eyes that face in separate directions, has a slightly more realistically menacing look. Objects out of context can exude a spooky feel. Thus, taking these out of a fancy Parisian shopfront window of the 1800s and placing them on a museum's 21st century storage shelf, they're transformed into disembodied human heads and left to haunt a museum worker's dreams.